Now, I'm hearing reports that House of the Dragon Season 4 has been confirmed. And yeah, that's great news, obviously. We want the whole series and we want to end properly and all that. But along with that, I did hear some concerning news. And that is, well, there might be a season 5. And to me, that seems like a big, big problem. Because I know what the story of this basically is. I mean, from what I know about the story, there isn't really that much material available to make 5 seasons. I mean, we already know what happened in the second season. It was a filler season, and everyone was annoyed by it. The fact that we had to wait 2 years for just a filler season with one dragon fight or something. I mean, come on. That's just not acceptable. But yeah, this this if it ends up having 5 seasons, the story is gonna have to get pushed and pushed, and I think 3, 4, and 5 will all end up feeling like season 2. And from the point of the studio, I guess it makes sense. If they make in more seasons, they can make more money and all that stuff. But for the people watching it, they're gonna get really annoyed. And even with season 2, people are really annoyed, and the only reason everyone's not too upset is because they're expecting a lot of action to be right at the start of the next season. Because there's supposed to be only 2 seasons left, and all the stuff in 2 seasons, it will be really exciting from what I know. But if it ends up getting to season 5, yeah, it's gonna become boring and it's gonna feel like a drama or something. And sure, the talking stuff, the planning, and all that stuff, the relationships and all that, that's good and all, but we're here for fighting and dragon action. We hate to see that, specifically dragons fighting each other. That's the main thing we're here for, and we need enough of that. And we didn't get enough of that. We didn't get anything close to enough of that in the second season, and that was a big problem. And if they want to make the series 5 seasons long, they could have just turned the first season into 2 seasons. There was so much stuff going on in the first season that got crammed, and there was a time skip and all that stuff. They could have just stretched that out and made it into 2 seasons. I mean, there was enough good stuff available that we would be interested in seeing to have it stretched out. I mean, just the war with the the craft feeder and all that, they could have stretched that stuff out for 5 episodes or something and made it into half a season. And they could have given the younger Rhaenyra story a longer time period, and then gone to the second Rhaenyra story, the older Rhaenyra. And they could have just started season 3 with the way that season 2 started. Or they could just start in season 3 with Viserys, the aftermath of Viserys' death and all that. But yeah, they didn't do that, and I didn't have a problem with it as long as the rest of it would be exciting. But then they dragged it out, and it's starting to become annoying. And I'm wondering how they're gonna fill this season. Is there actually enough story? Well, I guess if they do the books exactly like that, there will be enough to stretch it out. And maybe the minutes in the episode are shorter or something, or maybe there's just shorter episodes or something. But yeah, this is gonna be annoying. And if it ends up being 5 seasons, then, well, by the time the 5th season comes out, it'll take 6 years for the 6 or 5 years or something. It'll take 5 years for the series to get wrapped up with with 5 seasons and just this much action. And unless they change the story or something, which I don't think they're gonna do, I don't see this working out well, and this could end up being a huge mess. And more than anything, it's just gonna end up being boring. And honestly, if it becomes too boring, I'm not so sure people are gonna watch. Well, the people who are watching right now are probably gonna keep watching it, but for anyone who's considering watching it, they're gonna ask people and they're gonna say it's long and a bit boring, and that I'm just not gonna watch it, especially not these days. And so yeah, it's I don't have a good feeling about this. I hope this doesn't happen, although I guess it is likely possible, but let's wait and see what happens, I guess, with this stuff. And hope that it wraps up with season 4 and they just move on to the Aegon Conquer series or something, which which again, I don't think they have more than 2 seasons worth of material, but I just think that'll be stretched out, but whatever. So wait and see what happens, I guess.